Добрый вечер, мальчики. Нет, с вами не мама отличника, а папа отличника. Сегодня будем играть, я вам скажу, без преувеличений, в одну из самых лучших игр вообще за всю историю геймдева. Это Not for Broadcast, не для эфира. Очень мне нравится, я даже ее купил в Steam. Тут вот я... Вот у меня есть сохранение, я уже играл в нее, все эти прошел эпизоды. Ну и теперь решил на запись поиграть. Давайте, новая игра. Название 5. Начать игру. Джереми Дональдсон, самый популярный ведущий новостей в стране. Пока что. Есть такое. Ну, собственно, вы видите, что нам тут нужно делать. Управлять эфиром из рубки. Будем говорить так. День первый. Выборы.
Hi David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens.
Ну, собственно, вот так вот и все. Точно. Ну, я вам хотел все-таки дать послушать. Управление. Ознакомиться с управлением, но... Ладно. Давайте это. Вот это. Не, вот давай. Вот так. И вот так. Не надо. Алан Джеймс не надо. Вот, рекламу выставили. Все.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know seafood makes me quite impulsive.
Yeah, I thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill me.
And yet you persist. Going 5, 4.
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight. Moving on up, the election win that experts said just couldn't happen. Hopeful or hostile? Controversy as global mega corporation Remington Cyst buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Handsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Blunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News. But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide victory, with an astonishing 81% of the popular vote, is the biggest election win in living memory. Advance appealed to voters up and down the country with their bold promises of permanent change. But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary Geoffrey Jeffries has issued a statement in which he comments that we have all been seduced by the shiny wrapping paper, but have yet to see the contents of the box. Sounds like sour grapes to me, Jeff. After the break, Megan Wolf will be speaking to a man whose grapes certainly aren't sour, the international heartthrob and inexplicable box office sensation that is Lawrence Blunderclatch. And later in the programme, we'll be going live to Advance HQ to hear the co-leader's acceptance speech. That's all coming up Now for the break. That's all coming up.
1 minute back, everybody.
Реклама.
Jeremy, I need you to fill up the gaps.
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Ah,
I thought I'd ask him about the election.
personally, I wouldn't try to confuse him with any big words.
That's the same policy we use with you.
I thought that was our little secret.
He doesn't remember anything I tell him.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship. Yeah.
This summer, an experience
Охренеть. Оценка блока А с плюсом. Так-то.
Come and visit the abandoned spade factory. Your kids will love exploring the old production line in relative safety. Grab your tetanus shots and come down today. There's no gift shop, but feel free to grab an old handle from the skip out the back. Or why not indulge your culture
These aren't
side
my
and visit
cards.
some
Please
of our
tell me
sites
these aren't my
historically
cards.
No, they're the right ones, apparently.
But this gives me nothing, Jenny. They must see that.
I know. I think they think you won't have anything to say.
Oh, for God's sake, come on. It's a huge day. He's not an...
Absolute bogan. I don't care, Rob. I'm not doing it. I agree to one piece of interview there with that completely all we started. Check my contract.
Hi, I'm Megan.
Oh, piss off. You're on thin bloody ice, Rob.
85 minutes from the coast.
Whole wheat, man. Whole wheat.
Isn't it time your family?
We're coming back from the break.
Hey, if
Quiet
you've
in the
got
studio.
you've got a car park
Thank you so much. For...
on the tape.
10 seconds, everybody.
Так. А, нет. Сначала. Жирный.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Как посмотрел.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first our very own culture reporter Megan Wolf is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolf, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare to the Shotbot films. I'm very excited to be joined today by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh my dear, I do hope you believe me when I tell you that being with you here today is among the greatest joys of my life.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours. So you've just finished filming your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The Medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director. Do you know him? He's a wonderful chap, he really is. I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been! What a wild ride this has
Кадры
been!
по лампочкам.
That is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that was a true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it. But I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take pride of place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, doesn't it? Giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, indeed. Difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Yes, well,
Sorry, I said fuck.
No.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
Lawrence, I believe you brought in a clip from The Medicated, which opens next week around the country. Lawrence, do tell us what's going on here.
I'd be delighted. This is a really pivotal scene where my character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
Exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
Началось. Опять вот. Типичная акция. Собственно, вся игра построена по телевидению, там, медийных личностях.
It's not your fault.
You think I don't know that?
Lawrence, we mustn't.
Dr. Lance, you
Вот сатира. Будем говорить, злободневная. Мне очень нравится.
Dr. Hemlock.
Я реально говорю без преувеличения. Это, наверное, одна из лучших игр вообще когда-либо сделана. Ну, она еще разрабатывается, но тем не менее, что сейчас сделано.
Need to see this.
Есть.
Look at this!
Да, вирус сейчас это тоже злободневно.
Yes, we could stop it all.
We have to ask ourselves
If we should.
Оп. Реклама.
Welcome to Crazy Deals,
Ну, кто-то
pre-Christmas
посмотрел,
sofa and chair deals. It's a
Это
steal.
было
We're
как-то
crazy deals. We don't care.
Я
if
говорил,
you're naughty or
я
not.
уже
We
на
got
этом
free
собаку
sofas,
съел,
red
я
sofas,
умею
brown
управлять
cushions,
эфиром.
pink cushions.
Смотри,
You've got a
какой
grey sofa. We've got a
пейзаж,
grey
какой небо
sofa. In a
красивый.
grey, a brown, a
Бля,
pink, a yellow, a
такой
purple. Neil's
вид
deals
из
are
окна
unreal.
у себя в реальности.
You've got Nan. He's going to leave a stain on the sofa. You don't want to sit on this white sofa. He's going to have to sit on the dark sofa. This is a deal with Neil appeal. You want to throw your money at us? We'll give you a leather sofa for a price that is
Это
just
как
free.
дай
You've got
Нилу через
lighting,
побел.
brackets, then strike whilst the lighting is hot. You've got
Такой
a
же безумный
disused sofa.
Нил.
We don't care if it's smelly, done in front of
Только
your
дай не
face.
толкай
We'll
всякую
take that shit away. Don't make
как
a deal
старый
out of it.
какой-то
Make a deal out of it. We got a
телевизор,
big ass deal on a big ass chair. We've got white chairs, blue
Старый.
chairs, stools, inflatable chairs. This is
Табуретки,
a
кресла.
crazy deal. With Neil
Ой,
appeal.
только
You don't want
мне.
no lame ass chair. You want a
Выйдет
great
стилем,
chair. We
самый
had a
лучший.
man come down the other day and he brought in his young daughter and he wanted her to have the best chair. We got no chairs. We got Mondo chairs. We got tall chairs. Chairs on wheels. Wheelchairs. We got chairs twins. Chairs made out of steel. Chairs that are
Все как
steel and a
полагается.
deal. We got
Что-то
those chairs. You
толкает
want crazy? We
еврейское
got crazy.
да.
Crazy Neil's got crazy deals. You want a toilet?
Экономично.
Apparently, he's been drinking since lunchtime.
Christ, he's a liability the rest of the time.
I know. God help whoever has to bleep this. 10 seconds, everybody!
I mean, a lawyer and a TV personality running the country. Seriously?
We've had worse.
5, 4, 3.
Я к
Welcome
Зеленскому
back.
отношусь
I'm told we can now
положительно.
go live to Advance Headquarters, where the two leaders, Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury, are about to make their acceptance address.
Shall I start?
Go for it, Pet.
Okay. Well, thank you all for coming, and, well, where do I start?
Сейчас
What
начнется
a day.
They said we couldn't do
They
it.
certainly did.
They used every dirty, low-down, lying, southern bastard trick they had against us. But you, the people, you saw right through their shite.
I'm sorry about the language there.
Sorry about that. I've had a couple of celebratory pints. Makes me coarser than a granny's fanny.
Memorably put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? Throughout the campaign, you've heard us say that Advance are not a political party. A party is what you have when things are going well. When the country is suffering, you don't need a party. You need a team. A team that can change things. But today is day one of a new future. A better, fairer future. So perhaps we should all be celebrating.
Except for the rich. For them the party's over. They shouldn't be celebrating. They should be putting their shitting pants on and opening their dusty checkbooks.
Again, colourfully put, but not inaccurate. Before we came out here to address the nation, we used our executive powers to pass the Assets and Wealth Act. Working with the tax office, we have produced a definitive list of every person in the country with wealth into the millions.
You know this sort of, probably you rather you don't. Because the likes of you and me are not welcome in their gated communities.
Tomorrow we will be introducing a sweeping reform of the tax system in this country. No more hiding wealth offshore, no more trust funds or creative accounting. A simpler, fairer, unavoidable set of tax laws.
So, all you bastard public school snobs have got nowhere to hide. And earlier today, we revoked your passport. You want them back? You want to leave like you threatened before the election? That's fine. First, you're gonna pay off. You're gonna pay back.
Advance are going to turn this country from a nation of warring individuals into a team. To properly fund health and education. To raise the living standards of us all.
The pundits said we'd have to raise billions. But you'll see when we reclaim what's ours, that's absolute ferret shite. So to you posh twats.
The people who pay pittance to serve them drinks in their private clubs. The people whose children you raise.
So they've got time to get even fucking richer.
Advance have this to say to you.
It ends today.
We are coming for your sports cars and your mansions and your vineyards.
It ends today.
We will put the wealth of this country back where it should have always been. In the hands of the people who created it.
It ends today.
Yes, it ends today. And tomorrow, we'll start making it fair again. Just like we promised we would.
And until then, ladies and gents, I suggest we all get pissed.
I can't argue with that. Thank you for your time.
Well, an interesting acceptance speech there. And our apologies for the fruity language. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening at the National Nightly News. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage of the first day under Advance. I'm Jeremy Dawson. Have a peaceful night.
And we're out. Good job, everybody. Same again tomorrow. Call times are on the board.
Celebrate the
So, same old boring politics then.
This is some weird fever dream. Am I dying now?
You should be so lucky. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not going for a drink?
No, got a date.
Lucky you. Try not to get murdered.
Week by week, and very soon you'll have a salad that really gets the
Великолепная цензура, совсем без помех. Чудесный монтаж. Процент зрителей эфира. Так-то. Ну, что? Думаю, хорошо мы с вами провели эфир, откорректировали его. Думаю, на этом пока что хватит. Всем пока.